Okay, we're kicking off episode 45 of the 248K mod on a Ribbon World run with a city grid and a science multiplier. We're getting through the science pretty well at this one. And yeah, standing kind of out to the east, not as far out to the east as last time where we built a power grid that is pretty happy and pretty warm, and I hope this is not a mod where overly hot nuclear reactors explode, because we're just going to ignore this. Let's just not have them blink at us. Maybe we'll take them all later, maybe we won't. It's probably fine. We're probably not going to be operating at quite that full power grid. Yeah, power grid is fixed now that we have, we've now got just extra steam turbines picking up the slack that the solar panel is leaving in the night, which is fine, and the burner generator's off, and that's nice. And yeah, quite a few episodes ago, I threw in blueprints for a bunch more smelting in various places, and then they still needed deliveries of water, which I've since set up. And so we've got this kind of nice little closed water loop, and the same thing that we're doing around the other places, with one of these purifiers purifying the water, and then a bunch of these guys just working on the stuff. And yeah, now if we connect these mines to these belts, which, how are we going to do that? Yeah, because I think we're going to be short on materials for a while, because some of the other things we put together recently were a rocket silo that is in fact in, I guess this one is a radar scan, and this one is, we just happen to not have radar coverage over that, which is a bit of a shame. We're kind of low on yellow science, but that was also a thing we kind of knew about. We made some RCUs and managed to not actually power the build, so that's cool. And also, where are my red chips at? Red chips? Why? Oh, this is a red chips request station that is disabled because it doesn't have the red chips available, but it's not actually a red chips request. So let's find somewhere over here: crystals, engines, copper, batteries, blue chips, red chips. Here we go. And this being the mall request station won't be requesting vast numbers of these things, like we would need to for, say, purple science. If I've got less than 600, and so this is now active, and so we should have somewhere. I think I'm currently only making red chips all the way out here. Yeah, and we're also only doing it with one train, aren't we? And this train is heading to. Is it heading to? It is heading to, yeah. So we're going to start making RCUs, which is nice, because we're kind of working on getting the science done whenever the science trains turn up. But yeah, I think with all of these new things, we're going to just need more resources. And I was planning on needing these anyway, and just kind of haven't set them up yet. So, actually, how many belts do I have? 3, 4, 5. 5 belts of stuff. Let's at least plug the rest of this in. That one can fit there, and then this one can go here, and we'll just keep moduling these, because why not? And then, yeah, we will have... That actually needs to go up by 2, doesn't it? That might have actually been more than 2. Yeah, it didn't actually need to go up by that far. Yep, we're going to plug in all these resources, because we kind of need the stuff, basically. And yeah, we're good. Whether or not we need it right now, or whether we're just going to need it imminently once we start turning other things on, but I think this is going to be, mostly a day of just hacking together things that we need. This can... okay, I've apparently got some blue belt, and then... I don't think that can actually... I think we've got to do something like this, don't we? That should, if I've got enough miners, and I've got 115 and 2 levels of mining productivity, and I think I need 120 miners as standard to fill 2 red belts of stuff. So that should just roll down here, and then eventually this train stop will become available, and I'll just have more iron that we can use. So there's a couple of other places we've got to patch in those belts, like, yeah, this one is... This one is exactly the same. We've got a copper station, we've got some water here now, we've got all these guys waiting to do their thing, and presumably all those recipes are good. We might just come back later and check. Yeah, there's some other spaces that are not fully tapped, so let's just do that. And then, yeah, how many of... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's kind of an annoying number, isn't it? Is this a lot? Oh yeah, this is significantly more than I need. In fact, I might also just, rather than deal with this, I could also just not deal with this. Like, how many is 17? This is also only half a belt, so we're going to do a thing where we run all of this back the other way. This is kind of the lazy thing I've been doing in wave defense recently. In wave defense, it's a different issue. It's we just straight up don't have all of... Yeah, in wave defense, we've just got more stuff than we need. Here, I think we're going to have a different issue of... Yeah, there's still also just more stuff than I need, but I would also rather connect it up. I think we're also going to say upper priority right, and then I think we're also just going to upgrade all of those belts through the middle. Which is kind of redundant because we only need to get 2 red belts out, and then we've also got this whole yellow belt of stuff here. So never mind. But it's probably fine. This hopefully means that we've got... It's not going to need to be there, as it's going to need to be like here. Yeah, these things actually have to move forwards. I don't quite have as much space as I'd hoped. Oh well. Yeah, because we're going to have... I have some of this stuff, don't I? Yeah, so there's fewer belts that I need to deal with having stuff on them now. Yeah, that's going to connect in a way, isn't it? Okay, sure. But we've got this one, and all of these might be kind of full, but it's probably fine. I think I actually want to prioritize... Let's prioritize this one, because this is one that we're probably only doing with the yellow belt. In fact, that's going to be balanced enough that... In fact, well, okay, as it runs down, at the moment it's going to be balanced. It's got like 10 here and 6 there, and then 9 and 7. Yeah, 7. So this is currently balanced. It won't be balanced as it runs down, but whatever. And then we have... I'm going to need another one of these here, yeah. And then we just... Is that going to be... That's going to be somewhat over-engineered, isn't it? And then we also need... Yeah, let's also just figure out where these guys can connect. We also didn't end up connecting over here. I feel like we should connect there. And then... Yeah, that's going to fill everything up that it needs to there. And then we're just going to go like that. And we should have a lot of copper running through this thing. So we can run down... we can just mine all this copper, and then this copper station will become available. Actually, all the ones this far out, unless we put more processing out this way, will tend to fill up and not get used because the trains will pick the closer stations. But that's also probably fine. And then I did have another iron mining patch over here as well, didn't I? And this one also now has the water. So I'm going to go and set this up. And yeah, this... That's actually... Is that the only place the power connection is coming through? I don't think it is. I think... Well, we can add this here and then it won't be in it. Yeah, I think that was actually... The one I just removed was the only place that these things were actually being powered. But now we've got it connected in a number of places. And this is also way more mining. Oh, this is so much more mining than I need. Maybe I need more steel as well. Steel is definitely also a thing we're going to be working on. Are we just waiting on... Why is science not moving? Okay, so this train has just got here and is just unloading the other 2,000 science, which is 10% of what we needed to finish space science, not including this productivity bonus, and we've got 5% left. So that's all going to work. We're going to get the space science that we wanted, and we might even get up to launching rockets today. If these RCUs, that's not the RCUs, but this is another build that we just wanted to blitz. This is also like old power grid that we have since run down. So all of this can just go back into storage. And then maybe at some point later we make more rocket fuel here. I think I also need to be putting coal on. In fact, I'm quite certain I need to be putting more coal on the grid, especially if the other thing I want to do soon is make more plastic to make more red chips with. But also I think that's what I was going to do with these two belts anyway. So let's find a coal provision station. This is going to end up ugly if I turn on train station names. Where is... have coal. Is this... oh, this is also just done. Is this also the only coal station I have? It actually might be. In that case, I also want to remove... actually, not yet. We want to grab... actually, it's... yeah, okay, so before all the bots kill all of this, let's copy some decent amount of it. Because, yeah, we were connecting up more iron, weren't we? That's the thing that was happening today. And we can put it at... there was a power grid coal that, yeah, over here was getting removed. Can it fit this other belt over here? Needs to disappear if we're doing that, but I think that's still the play. I think we still put it here, because then this belt can just run... wait, what am I doing? I've already got the coal station here. Okay, what we actually want to do is, yeah, get rid of all of that actual coal station. Just doesn't need to be there anymore. And then what I really need to do is just push... yeah, we just need to split this better. And in fact, where is this going? Oh, that's not going to need much at all. Okay, I think we worry about that later. And we've already got some kind of coal happening there. Did I look at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Yeah, this is another situation where I've got so much iron, and this is also probably super dense iron that isn't running out for a while, isn't it? Yeah, that's going to be doing its thing for ages. Okay, what do we even want next? I think, yeah, we're kind of low on yellow science. We're kind of limited by that. Actually, let's see if we can finish off this modules thing first, because then actually we can go into Covarex, which would be super entertaining. And then I think we're just going to line up the rest of these like lead-based technologies that lead us into the fusion era, and also let us make... oh, is this this is the other quarry upgrade? Module cores, basing upgrades. Oh, interesting. It just takes stone quarries and advanced upgrades. It doesn't consume, like, you don't have to... yeah, the upgrade is in... the basic upgrade is rolled into the advanced upgrade. You don't have to upgrade a stone quarry first to then later upgrade it again. Interesting. That's a thing to bear in mind. Yeah, then all of these things I want to run the other way. How many of these do I have? 7, 8. Yeah, so we've now got some better module tech that we're still not actually using. Am I going to do this on all of these? I think I am. I think we're just going to go... because even if I get 4 yellow belts of stuff out... is this the thing I feel good about? Because it's going to make it more difficult to get... if I also want to pivot this into steel, but also I think... whatever. The theme of doing things that are going to be easier is definitely where I'm at the moment. So this, Yeah, so these things are going to be... There's something in... Yeah, there we go. This one is an output. This one here is an output. Like, as long as these are full, I'm kind of fine with that. I can also just go further across the grid to get more stuff. And then... Is that actually true? Is that... I don't think I need to do this here at all, do I? I think I can just do this. And then... upgrade this stuff here. And that's going to be close enough to a full belt for all manners of things that I care about. And then... this is going to plug that stuff into the build, and it's probably going to work, because I don't think this runs it... I don't think this quite runs at 2 red belts without modules anyway. And there's already a splitter here. This is all just gonna... yeah, it's gonna get a bunch of stuff done. It's gonna be fine. And the other thing I did want to do, yes, actually a bunch of stuff that I still wanted to run around and kind of set up, is... these... so that's... all of these things running, and I apparently really did need more iron, because... actually, let's just check what these boxes are limited to. They are unlimited. Okay, cool. That is how that should be. So we're already... like, trains are already coming here, which means that the other iron mine is somewhat tapped, which is good. The other thing that I wanted to do was... yeah, let's actually go back to the core. There's a bunch of other things I wanted to do in... cool, I should have been on that train. Was not on that train. Let's get on this train and send this one to the core. We'll get stuck in some intersection close to that, but it's fine. Yeah, and so, okay. So we're actually... a train also headed to this copper station, which makes me much happier that I'm actually put all this mining down, because we're definitely going to need all of this stuff by the looks of it. I guess because these guys are no longer separating sigma. Okay, it's fine. They've stopped complaining. It's fine. Yeah. So one of the things that I kind of realized last time is that this K2 core, like having a second K2 core, start over here actually. This mod gives us a total number of beacons that we can work with, and I previously thought that if I added another core here and gave it more stuff, this would increase the number of beacons I could have, and that turned out to not be the case. So now the entire function of this, in fact, this entire station, is to power this core, which does completely nothing, and other than producing these red cubes, which get us towards the tech that will let us have more beacons. But it's still a long way away. Like this is still a lot. Like it goes pretty slowly. We gotta just wait for that to turn up. I do also have somewhere. Yeah, regular. Actually, let's go set up the satellite recipe while we're here, because that's going to be a nice thing that we can just like kick off while we're doing stuff. Yeah, silos over here. Oh, is it making things? Oh, it's not making LDS, which we did look at last time, but it has made some rocket parts, so that's fine. This is going to make satellites, and then I think we kind of manually set up these requests. How much of these? Yeah, okay, so let's have like 3 stacks of this, and then also 3 stacks of the fuel, and then like 50. This doesn't need to provide everything that I need, because the assembler will cache like large amounts of what it needs, and then this one can request accumulators and solar panels. Yeah, like again, like 50 of each. They're just going to end up in the assembler. It's fine. And then there was a fusion stage thing which we put together last time. Is that all of 4 things there, 4 things here? This recipe has 7 parts, so if I get the LDS, then I should be able to start making satellites. And this thing, Let's not set it with auto launch on cargo yet, partly because we just don't have the stuff. But then this combinator is controlled by, yeah, if we get, yeah, this is the thing I set up last time. That we'll just bot transfer all the rocket parts over here in a way that's fine, and I actually really need LDS. That's super interesting. Yeah, science will just transfer here over here with bots because it's all kind of close. This kind of bot area is all kind of fine. But the thing I wanted to do, yeah, now that that's set up, is I concluded that none of these are available in terms of recipe slots. Let's have some more. We'll just do kind of this thing, and then yeah. This thing on the end here is fine. Yeah, that I thought I would be able to build more beacon channels to get more beacons, and I can't. So I think I am going to just also build some regular beacons, because waiting for the increased beacon capacity is just a long way away, and this will at least allow me to beacon some more things that need to be beaconed on the kind of the scale of things that I need to do when I'm looking at a 10 times tech multiplier. So if one of you guys could... Oh, I've got these. Okay. And I've probably got some of these as well. Yeah, so 2 stacks, that's fine. Make beacons. You're probably going to request some amount of stuff, but not too much stuff. Oh, coils. Okay. And in that case, we can also just lodge them all some coils. Get these things out of my way. Also 2 stacks of coils? Sure. And then you can request 100 copper? That's going to be fine. So yes, so we're going to make some beacons, and then that also means that, yeah, we don't need that. We'll figure out, like, there are already some places, he said, running towards the first place, where I think I'm going to go with normal beacons rather than these fancy beacons, because if I've only got 100 beacons, using 10% of my beacons in here like this is extravagant and not particularly necessary, when I could have... Okay, that's going to slow all the labs in, isn't it? It's fine. I still... Yeah. I'm going to have, just for the moment, regular beacons through the middle, which is going to slow everything down. I think I also want speed 2s in those beacons. Hopefully we can have one of these beacons turn up at some point. Titanium. Where am I? Do I have a titanium request around here? I don't think I do I? No, so where actually is titanium? Titanium could be a long way in the network. Titanium could be all the way back in the old Logi Mall somewhere. Or even it could be... Is it down... Not there. Is titanium... ending up... Yeah, titanium might actually just be all the way over here. And the fact that we just pulled some titanium out makes it look like it is, yeah. Yeah, concerns. And then also not using enough crystals because tech isn't running, but whatever. That's fine. This is, yeah, because I kind of wanted... I guess we come back when some beacons are done. We go and do the steel thing. And then, yeah, give me some number of... kind of want a second one of these. Just so that I can... I think speed module 2s are going to be what we do with the labs, because why not? Yeah, you give me this, and then I'll be able to speed module those things later. Yeah, you're still waiting for your titanium. Sure. Okay, so let's go into the steel thing that I was thinking about doing, because we're also going to need more of that. Yeah, so one of the reasons to free up these beacons is somewhere the purple science, all the way over here... Purple science is still just running really slowly because it's not beaconed, because I was kind of expecting to fit like tier 2 beacons in here, and we're kind of not. So actually we could probably have, now that I've pulled the beacons off the labs, I probably can put the K1 beacons back in here and get some decent beacon work being done, because this is still... Yeah, I've freed up quite a few beacons by pulling those things out of the labs, and then all of these are... Yeah, we have all of the inputs, we're just waiting for these guys to run. So that's going to get the purple science kind of back up to speed. The other concern with the purple science being at speed is I don't think I'm making all of the red chips and the steel that I need. Why have I lost track of where the steel should be? Steel is not over there. Steel is... oh yeah, it's these ones here. Yeah, with other builds in between now. Cool. So yeah, we'll just wander over here. And we've kind of plugged in these things now. These things should be... why don't you... I guess you're just getting stuff last because we don't have that much stuff coming out, which is also fine. Yeah, so we're not even fully pulling in 2 red belts, so I'm not super concerned about that at all. Those ones are pretty good. This guy is, yeah, we could definitely get more out of this if I needed to do more, but I don't think I do. Yeah, sure. So the thing about the steel was, okay, so the steel is currently backed up. Maybe that's for a variety of reasons that the steel is not super happy. But I reckon, yeah, first, I mean, it's hard to tell without all of this running. Actually, wait a minute. How am I at least caching? That was a Q, that wasn't a Control C. That will not tell me whether or not these things are limited to... okay, so these things are still limited to 1 stack. Or like 1 row of stacks. So let's first of all unlimit all of these. And these will... okay, so this is the steel station, it just doesn't turn off. Which is fair if this is the place where all the steel is going to happen. Yeah. Because the other thing I'm thinking about is we've got kind of this water loop, which is fine. But I think I want more dirty water. Like, I think that currently the only place we're getting dirty water out is over here. And we do have... it does look like we have enough of it. But it's also entirely dependent on making these ceramic composites, which is fine, but I would like to free the dirty water that I'm making from the dependency on composites, and we're turning the leftover stuff into landfill, but like whatever. And I think the way we're going to do that, given that we need a lot of steel and we always need steel, is part 1 we're going to make more steel. Can I just... because I know that I've got belt space for this, and I can... yeah, that actually might work really well. If we just change this thing to go further along... oh, okay, so hacking in like 1 or 2 extra steel furnaces at a time is not a thing that feels great. These things... This purifier is kind of the important one, because I'm going to end up filling up these dirty water pipes at the moment. But yeah, then we can do more of this stuff. And I reckon this steel actually prioritizes into the... yeah, we will prioritize this into the station first. Which I don't really need, because I think that this is just mostly concrete and stuff, isn't it? This one... yeah, I do need a splitter here. So we've got 4 lanes of stuff going in. The 2 of these lanes are definitely steel. 2 of these other lanes will supply this rail station, which we use for concrete and stuff like that. And then this other final belt can just wander over here, and we're going to make more steel. This is... oh yeah, okay, so yeah, it's direct insert from this arc furnace to this steel thing, and then this guy just... yeah, okay, so this is part of the plan, and then yeah, also all of this is all still linked to this tank. Because the other thing... okay, various other things I wanted to do. First of all, we're going to be putting more steel here, so I don't think any of those need to be red belt. We're going to make them red belt anyway. These ones here might now need to be rebuilt. This is going to be easier to do from the map view, isn't it? Because we've got to trace this all the way back to the other station. You only ever need to tag one of the undergrounds when you're upgrading, and the other underground will get it immediately, so that's good. And then those two need to upgrade. And then let's suppose we're upgrading these as well. And that will get a lot more capacity. Can I do the same thing here? Can I just... I do have spare iron ore here. I could... Yeah, let's grab inserters as well. Yeah, I think that's going to be a thing we do. Yeah, because then we can also just say, okay, if I've got extra iron ore spilling out of this, and it's going to be, you know, kind of bad, but whatever. So this is, yeah, this is the least prioritized line. We'll end up putting more iron ore into this thing, which will make more steel, which will also end up over here. So yeah, this is extending steel only a little bit, and not really in the scale that I wanted to do. What I really wanted to do was, yeah, now that we've got... Am I standing in the way of this? Why do I have multiple power poles here? Everything else lined up fine? Okay, weird. And then these ones are offset, which is also hideously ugly. I wonder if I've got that in other steel builds. Oh, I do. Is that a thing? I also didn't change this one, because it's the same size. This has just been horrific and bad the whole time. Okay. Sure. And yeah, science is currently not running at the rate it could be, but also we'll still be building up all of the parts we need, so that's fine. And this is, yeah, this is waiting on stuff to arrive. Am I not... Yeah, what am I missing for construction? What are those things? Those are actually arc furnaces. I need to apparently maul arc furnaces. Okay. Let's tap in the rest of the thing I wanted to do here first. And the idea was going to be more steel, but more steel where? I think more steel is going to happen here, and I think we can grab a thing this size, and then also just put more steel over here somewhere. Yeah, because we can feed... Maybe we want more steel down the bottom of this thing. Yeah, I think we actually want more steel down here. But the question is... No, I think that'll actually be fine, won't it? I think I'll be able to make this do the things we want. Because the other things I wanted were... Oh, I've already got water here. Fantastic. Because I was thinking I wanted a water request station that I could connect to this system. And then somewhere else another dirty water station. But I've already got this water station here, so we're just going to hook it to that. It'll be fine. So let's find the other dirty water station, of which... This is... We're not actually combinatoring this yet anyway. But sure. So I guess we're going to have to set this up basically again, but I think that's probably fine. So this is going to hit all those things. We're going to have... Is that in the right... this is not in the right place. Okay. Maybe for reasons because of stations not quite being the same when, depending on whether or not they're in... Yeah, that there is the spot we wanted to know. I think that was the thing I was looking at before that didn't work out. And then these ones want to pump in, and then we're going to have dirty water here, a water source here, which trains are going to train in the water that we want. This is going to be, yeah, we're going to need to combinator this again, and actually we'll need to combinator this one as well. yeah, this station is going to get connected to these silos, so that this station is only available if we have dirty water more than... if we have 40,000 dirty water in one tank. If we have 40,000 dirty water in one of these tanks, then we will have enough to run this entire thing. Yeah, we will have enough to fill a train. And then at that point, I think this build over here straight up doesn't need these purifiers here. And yeah, the arc furnaces are an interesting situation. So yeah, there's some more land spaghetti to go through here. And then I think we do a similar thing over here. Okay, so I also needed to get this water, which also doesn't want to pump out. We want to be able to, like, have small amounts of this stuff. We want to be able to use it as a reservoir that we can either put things in or take things out. And then we're just going to run this through the other build? Sure. And then which one of these is... this one here is dirty water. So we can run it over here. But then we also want to... oh, this is lined up super well. This... yeah, these guys are still doing things, aren't they? Have I just fenced myself in? I have. Cool. No trains. Yeah. We can just connect these other dirty water systems together and run them back towards where this other dirty water is going to be, which is good. And then also we can just, yeah, we can pump dirty water with a pump. The only thing I'm wondering about now is, am I going to have fluid throughput issues? Because I'm planning on connecting all of these to these new systems. And I think what we do is we have a tank here that just stabilizes. Is this going to get anything done? It's all kind of... yeah, it's not going to work. Okay, fine. Although, how much... like, how much... where is... oh, this one I clipped off the purifier that was putting the water back. How much are we looking at? We're looking at 500 water per second per purifier, which... yeah, that is going to be... that is going... maybe I can leave one of these purifiers on here, and then the rest of these don't get purifiers. I think that might be a play. Do I actually want this tank here then? Maybe I don't. Maybe we just move all of this back to where it was. Okay. So steel is still hydrogen boosted. We need to do this as well, and then we also need to do... I've got actually 4 things here, don't I? So we can have an output, and then this kind of nonsense like so, and then I don't even know if that's going to be... it looks like this is less than half a bell, doesn't it? We can just run this through here. It's going to be fine. It's not going to quite fit there. Then if this is... so if these guys get half a belt each, this is probably not going to be anywhere near capacity. Then this one also doesn't need to pivot, and then I guess here... you're also waiting on your arc furnace. Okay, that's fair. You can do that, and then we can have a thing here that prioritizes it to one side, which is also fine. So these guys will have... all of these guys will probably have space. This belt will end up kind of full, and it's just hitting a splitter anyway, so not super concerned. Yeah, that's all going to work fine. Probably. We then need to get, yeah, we need more arc furnaces. This other purifier, don't think lives here either anymore. We're gonna kind of, yeah, we're gonna have this water system, which we're probably running down this water now. But that's kind of fine. The water here, how do we get this water in now, given that it's kind of in the way a little bit? Okay, so what we do is we get all these guys out the way and we go underground to here, and then underground here. That one rotates, this one rotates, these things all still work, and now we've got a place where we can get this water out here, which is also fine. I think, yeah, I'm still a little bit worried about pipe throughput issues. That happens to be in exactly the wrong place, because of where, actually, yeah, whatever, we'll just put one in the middle of the train tracks, it'll be fine. Is that true? That's not true. We're going to run it over here, where we still need to put something in the middle of the train tracks. Okay, cool. Sure, pipe spaghetti day. So these guys have all of these things. They also need iron ore, for which... Oh, this was also the iron ore we extended in the other place. Okay, I think we're going to do the dirty water thing first, because we've kind of added some of this stuff. These guys also need more arc furnaces, which we're going to have to maul. But the idea was... Here's this. These are pumping all of the dirty water out, which is fine. I've got one thing here that's still going to be purifying, but most of... Yeah, there's going to be more in the system than this purifier can purify anyway. And then we're going to have this guy. I've got a bunch of ore in my inventory that I would rather not have. And I don't have the furnaces yet, but I can still just get rid of that stuff, is the point. Yeah, over here, we can then have... Wait, where it is... Did I say this one was the purifier? Oh, and I also have the... I also have this guy that is no longer necessary. And then... Yeah, then... This... Yeah, okay, we can move this all the way over here, because these spots here are, in fact, the water system that we want to purify into. So that's also fine. And then that's also more purifiers than I need, but also maybe it's one off. Yeah, maybe... Oh, this guy is the thing that wanted to be circuit conditioned, yeah. Maybe we end up speed moduling the rest of these things somehow, and then not having to speed module these. But this will also mean that... Yeah, if we have dirty water greater than, say, 200,000, that's 20,000, 200,000 per silo, then I was going to pump out of this one, wasn't I? Yeah, I think it's a better plan. For reasons. It still lines up with this thing over here fine. Kind of. Yeah, but we'll pump out of this one, because this is the last one that is likely to get... If we're pushing into this tank will be the lowest. So if we're checking this for whether it has a surplus, then we will have a lot of the dirty water we want. And we've got, yeah, so this tank is the one we're using for checks, because it's likely to be the lowest. We need to... Yeah, we need to maul arc furnaces, which is fine. We've got a bit more steel. I do need to figure out how to get a couple more belts of iron in here. But other than that... And I might dismiss that as a pipe spaghetti problem that we can deal with later. Other than that, all of this is going to be just more steel. And we've got a bit more steel over here. We've got another way of getting dirty water in. We don't actually have more steel in those places either, because we kind of need to get those... Yeah, we need to maul the arc furnaces. Okay, so things we're continuing to do, which is nice. Okay, let's go back to the core. Oh, I did the thing again. I did the thing again where I sent the train away without actually being in it. So that's fine. Um, yeah, arc furnaces we need. These beacons we've got, these labs are just... I mean, they've still got lab bonus speed, but they're still kind of slow. And I'm actually limited by purple signs. Okay, so we'll do all of these other things and then come back for... Where did Coverix go? There's Coverix. Because we've got all the... Yeah, we're pretty good for yellow signs at the moment, actually. That's kind of surprising. Okay, give me these things back. Then I wanted... You're still waiting on... Yeah, let's bump this up to 100. Not because we need that much, but because these guys are currently limited by, like, how many Logibots will be in the air at any point making this delivery. Because, yeah, Logibot issues. How are we doing over here? Oh, also LDS. Maybe we also check that out in a moment. But yeah, we want speed modules like so. We just want a bunch of these things. How many... This entire thing here is... No, it's not quite that far. It's this far over here. It's 3 on either side of the substation. Because this is... Yeah, the plan to deal with not having as good beacons over here is just to have more labs. And then we can also just go... I'm pretty sure I've lined this up to be viable. If we make the substations overlap, then yeah, that's... This is how we're going to get a bunch more lab speed out, even though we don't have the beacons that we used to. We've got these other beacons instead. Actually, let's also check. This is not affecting the number of beacons in the beacon count, which is kind of important. And are they still... Research speed 2... Yeah, so these things are still also... Yeah, getting these ones are getting the speed. So the regular beacons still do work, and then yeah, the other consequence about all of this is I'm going to cache a lot more science than I usually would, because I've also got we're not just extending the labs by this much. We're extending the number of request chests that want to have like 100 of each kind of science in them. So that's a thing. You are also waiting on LDS. Okay, so maybe LDS is the thing that... Oh wait, no, it isn't. We need to go and module arc furnaces. We are waiting on beacons and other modules, and then the arc furnaces. Okay, so arc furnaces, we're also just going to go, this guy over here. I'm pretty sure arc furnaces are an age 1 thing. Yes. Oh, stone furnaces. I'm pretty sure I have a ton of those in storage, though, don't I? How many are you going to... You're going to request a lot of stuff. Okay, we don't need... 18 stone furnaces is fine. So yeah, so... We're going to get some arc furnaces. We're going to get more steel out of that thing. Let's go and figure out what the deal is with LDS. Are we just not making it? Do we not have all the things we want? This is actually... Yeah, this is the rate at which we're making LDS. And then, where's the other LDS build? Yeah, this is also just the rate at which we're making LDS. So actually let's... Because I'm pretty sure we're down... Yeah, we've got another 9 beacons to play with at this point. So that's going to be 3. Is this module here is not great value. These ones are hitting 10 each. And then, where's the other LDS build? Over here? Yeah, here. Okay, so yeah, we've pivoted mod beacons away from labs into LDS. That's kind of fine. I was going to do a titanium foam thing today, wasn't I? I think I was looking at the other things to build, and one of them being titanium foam, and then the other being this kind of ingot stuff. Let's see if we can go and do titanium foam easily. Titanium foam needs metal foam, which needs aluminium and steam and titanium, and all of those are actually things we have. So So let's see if we can go and actually, do we need compound material facilities? I'm making those. Metal foam chemical plant, we're making those. Yeah, lead coolant stuff we're kind of not on yet. I need a chest to just put this landfill in because I don't think I'm ever going to need, actually, yeah, really not going to need that much landfill. Wood I also don't need. Yeah, so I've got these purifiers. What am I waiting on? I'm waiting on beacons and speed modules. That's kind of fine. And then actually, I'm going to not have these guys request until we actually get all of these. Yeah, this guy, I would rather that guy made the beacons that the labs need before worrying about getting all of the module 3s upgraded that I don't even think I really need. Sure, whatever. Okay, let's figure out how and where to quickly hack in some metal foam. We might not get all of this done this episode. In fact, I might leave out train stations. Where are we going to do metal foam stuff? We've got... Actually, that's another good point. How close are we to Beth Moth Biters? And do I have a radar scan on any nest? No. I mean, I could also just use the Evo command. I'd kind of rather not, though. I like... Yeah, if I have an opportunity to not type something into a console, that's probably better. I think we need... Maybe this thing... Yeah, maybe this station... This position right here is a place that I can make aluminium foam. Or like metal foam stuff. Because we're going to need titanium. We're going to need 4 things in a circle, one of them being steam. So let's find a ceramics. You're not ceramics. Rocket fuel is completely fine in a way that was totally expected. Is that... Okay, good. So I've also not got any solid fuel in the logistics network. That is a thing that I like. This thing here... Okay, so can we get it without the pipes? Is the question. Maybe. Yeah, we're going to have a steam train. I ended up doing it without... Ended up also doing it without the... Without the station, where I had this a moment ago. Over here, yeah, here's where the ceramics are. Yeah, of course. Okay, so grab all of that and put it like here. Why not? We won't need these pipes, but this is going to give us some steam. And then the other things we need were... Okay, yeah, so chemical plants and then compound module facilities, weren't they? We have one of those compound module facilities. Where was I making? I was making fiberglass down here. Not there, but here. Yeah, compound material facility. Give me, bots, bring me some of these as well. Because we want to make metal foam. Aluminium and steel. And it's actually quite a lot. Quite a lot of both aluminium and steel. And then this thing wants to make titanium composite, which is... Oh, these actually... 20 metal foam, 0.2 seconds. 20 metal foam, 0.2 seconds. This is actually 1-to-1. I like that quite a lot. That's going to make... So we just basically need this thing, like straight... Not actually in there, that's the worst possible place for it. We're going to put it right there. And maybe we module these? Because we do have... Do they take the... They do take the fancy modules that we have. If we do that, then this will run more slowly. Actually, let's not... Yeah, let's do a thing where we have... Let's get a delivery of some speed module 1s, probably only like 20 of them, and also some of these fancy module 2s, which we also have. And then we're going to module this thing with one of each of those. And then, yeah, then we also need... Titanium. I have a titanium request, and that's not Purple Science. Purple Science is over here. That's not a very good titanium request, is it? I have a titanium request in the infinite stone, which is better because it's an actual thing that's in the grid rather than being kind of weird and off to the side. But it also doesn't, it's not set up for much throughput either, which is a bit of a shame. Do I want, how much of this stuff am I making? Because if I am, say, yeah, 12 of these a second, I want full belts of this stuff. Okay, fine. In that case, we're just going to go, here's a train station. This train station is going to be a titanium request. We want a train station that offloads probably 2 yellow belts of stuff. I think I have... Yeah, I wonder if I can get here. I reckon this will work. I reckon we can... Because this is now a stone request station. But we also want to change this to a titanium request station. And then... So that was to clear any trains that were coming here, and we've now got the correct train turning up, which is cool. This wants to look at titanium, and then also output titanium. I don't know that I'm making enough titanium for this, but that's probably also fine. Waiting on beacons, that's fine. Oh yeah, train fuel stuff. So we want titanium, we then also want aluminium, and we can do that over here, and then we're going to do the same thing of, I'm going to change this to have request aluminium, and this has got the correct train and the other train is not inbound, so that's fine. This actually also wants to like trigger on a aluminium. And then also this wants to look at aluminium. Actually, both sides of that need to look at aluminium. Where is aluminium? Yeah. So we've got these 2 stations of stuff turning up. Is this thing still looking at stone? It is still looking at stone. So it wants to be whenever titanium is less than, also I think probably 800. And yeah. So we got some steam, because that's how that works. This train is waiting for bots to bring these boxes in, because that's how that works. These... Oh, I didn't get speed modules. That's a bit of a shame. Okay. Yeah, we're going to leave... We're still going to leave... This is actually a case where I could actually have a logistics request for some speed modules. I kind of like not having that achievement in this run, so we're going to keep doing this. And then... Yeah, how many of these do I want? I think I want... How many of these do they spit out? They spit out 1. They take 4 titanium in and spit a thing out. So I think what we're going to do is... We're going to have one of these like so. Are we going to use yellow belts? I don't think I need a whole lot of stuff from this. And then we're just going to go, yeah. Fast insert it in, because you need 12 aluminium a second. Okay, you're not going to get fast inserters in, you're going to get a pair of stack inserters in, because you need... Actually, it's more than that, it's 20 aluminium per second. I think we're only making 2 of these guys, because... Actually, the other thing I could do... I could do a 1 to 2 thing if I'm slowing these down with... Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Changing my mind about stuff. Okay, get all these out of the way. I copy this recipe, mine this thing, move it a square forwards. And actually we can put one, we can use this thing here as well, but not like that. This is no longer feeling like a simple build that is going to get a thing done in an episode yet. So we'll do this, because that means that rather than just giving these things, I can now give these things 2, slow them down by 70%, that's fine. Take one of these things with its... I'm still not making speed module 2s. The mall is still just struggling for speed module 2s? Why? Because I don't have speed module 1s. Oh, because that's the same... Yeah, it's the same Logibots turning up from the other side of the map trying to bring me speed 1s. Yeah, so this is going to then... How many do these guys need? For actually the same... Yeah, this is these are hungry recipes. These are reasons why I'm pretty happy that I'm putting large amounts of productivity bonuses in these things. Let's have... A large pole will connect here, so that's nice, and then I guess another normal pole there won't get everything it needs to. We're gonna have a large pole like so. Okay, so I reckon I want twice this much stuff. We can put that there like that, and then there's some plumbing to do. Like, this is probably going to take... Oh yeah, now if that guy stops there, then we can just have this normal pole in the place it was going to be. And yeah, so we need to kind of unpack and mix these stations. That's not a super interesting thing. This guy's still bringing me my 20 speed modules. This... Do I have enough space to get this through? I think the answer to that is yes. Because we've still got one of these belts here, and then another belt in here. Is 2 yellow belts of stuff going to be enough here? Bearing in mind they are slowed down, but we are also beaconing them back up to some pace. This is 20 a second. This is actually not enough. I need 2 red belts of stuff. But also, this pattern kind of not great, because now I can't get all of that stuff out. So... then this thing is in the way, so we're just gonna, yeah, we're gonna go back to this thing, yeah. Yeah, so we've got kind of a build. Have we got anywhere near launching a rocket? I don't think we have we? Which is a bit of a shame. Do I actually want to move all of this to this? Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna move all of this to the side a bit, just so it's a little more in the middle. Not that that matters, it's more about making sure that we have space to get all of these belts of things out that we need, because it looks like this is going to need even 2 red belts of stuff, because these guys are just hungry recipes. But also this is like 4 of these things, probably more than I need. But yeah, we're gonna like stitch that up in between. We're gonna go and have a look at the silo. We're gonna see if the silo's happy. We're gonna go see if actually let's run over the rail tracks. This guy over here should also just request like a lot more speed modules, because we're again suffering with the time of just all these things being in the air and stuff not getting delivered. How are we doing with... Yeah, we're still just struggling for LDS, and we still haven't actually made any more than we have. So let's check on the LDS again, and these guys are still no modules to transmit. Oh, I know what's happened. These beacon channels, they weren't on the right... Yeah, they weren't on the right channel. Standard channel 1? They weren't on the right channel, and so all these things weren't getting the crafting speed that we dropped in. So I might have to check that in between episodes as well. Check all the places that I've since added beacons. Yeah, none of those beacons have been working. That's a bit of a shame. We have been running those at significantly slower than what they want than we want it to be. Did I also prod mod the purple science? Prod mod. Did I also beacon the purple science? And yeah, these are also. Yeah, these guys were also running slowly. Okay, so yeah, cool. Things to check in between episodes. LDS is coming along. We haven't launched a rocket yet. We've still got quite a lot of rocket launch to build. We are making more metal. We're mining more metal. We're probably using it. These might just end up full, which is also a thing I'm fine with. The steel is getting towards full. Why are these things? Why is this steel not running? Oh, is this going to be a no dirty water, no actual water? So what did I... Oh, I didn't actually... This pipe here, kind of important. So let's actually, as the very last thing we do, fix the things we previously broke. Which kind of affected all of our steel production. Yeah. Then... Because I could also have... Oh, also... Yeah, so this one is linked. Yeah, I could also have more water across here and connecting like here if I need to. If I'm worried about how much water these things are getting through. But yeah, yeah, got some things done. Broke some things, fixed some things. Beacons fixed, steel hopefully fixed. Some more plugging in of things to do. Yeah, episode 45, generally progressing. Generally, do I have the yellow science, I have purple, I don't have a whole lot of purple science. Maybe we can go back to Curverix. Some of these things are getting their beacons. Yeah, just generally progressing. Yeah, sure, fine.